Okay, so today we're diving into something that affects pretty much everyone who uses email.
Yeah.
Phishing.
Phishing.
It's like the digital equivalent of a stealthy anglerfish,
Right.
lurking in the depths of your inbox, just waiting to snag your valuable information.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, just like anglerfish are masters of disguise,
Yeah.
these phishing attacks are getting increasingly sophisticated.
Oh, wow.
In fact, did you know that thousands of these attacks are launched every single day?
Thousands.
Yeah.
That's a pretty daunting number.
It is.
It really underscores the importance of knowing how to spot these scams
Right.
and protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the common tactics these digital anglerfish use to lure us in?
Well, one common strategy is to create a sense of urgency or concern.
Yeah.
You might get an email claiming your bank account has been frozen or a payment has failed,
Right.
or there's suspicious activity on one of your accounts. The goal is to trigger a panic response and make you act without thinking.
So that email warning me about unauthorized access to my Amazon account,
Yep.
pressuring me to click a link and verify my details immediately.
Yeah,
That's probably a classic phishing attempt.
exactly.
Okay.
Another common tactic is to dangle something that seems too good to be true.
Right.
Think free giveaways, incredible discounts, or even lottery winnings you never entered.
Yeah.
They prey on our desire for a good deal or a stroke of luck.
The old, you've won a lottery you never entered.
Right.
It's amazing how these scams still manage to catch people off guard.
You'd be surprised how effective they can be.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then there are those phishing emails that use generic greetings
Right.
and ask you to update your payment details by clicking on a link.
Yeah.
Legitimate companies will almost never ask you to do that through an email.
So that email claiming I have an outstanding invoice for a product I never purchased
Yeah.
with the link to update my billing information, that should immediately raise red flags.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's say you receive an email that appears to be from your bank. It has the official logo, a professional layout, and even some personalized details like your name and account number.
Okay.
The email claims there's been a security breach and urges you to click a link to update your password.
Okay.
What are your initial thoughts?
Well, the security breach claim would definitely make me anxious,
Sure.
but I'd be wary of clicking any links directly from the email,
Yeah.
even if it looks official. I know that phishing emails can be incredibly convincing.
Right.
Instead, I'd go directly to my bank's website or app to check for any security alerts or messages.
That's exactly the right approach.
Okay, good.
Always verify independently.
Right.
Don't just rely on what the email tells you.
Got it.
Remember, these phishing emails are designed to exploit our trust in familiar brands and institutions.
It's like a psychological game where they're trying to manipulate us into letting our guard down.
It is.
What other red flags should we be on the lookout for?
Pay close attention to the sender's email address.
Okay.
Does it really match the company it claims to be from?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it might be a slight variation trying to trick you at a glance.
So something like amaze0n.com instead of amazon.com.
Exactly.
That's sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look out for spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, or awkward phrasing.
Right.
These are often signs that the email wasn't sent by a legitimate organization.
Right, because companies usually have professional editors proofreading their communications.
Yeah.
It's like spotting a counterfeit product with shoddy craftsmanship.
Precisely.
Okay.
Another red flag is a sense of urgency or pressure to act quickly.
Oh, right.
Phishers often use this tactic to prevent you from thinking critically and verifying the information.
It's like they're trying to create a sense of panic so you'll click without hesitation.
Yeah.
Your account will be suspended if you don't act now, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And be wary of links that look suspicious or shortened.
Okay.
Hover your mouse over the link without clicking. Right.
But see the full URL.
Got it.
Does it really lead to where it claims to go?
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
It's amazing how a simple hover can reveal so much.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And remember, never download attachments from emails you weren't expecting or from senders you don't recognize.
Yeah,
Those attachments could contain malware that can infect your computer.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like opening a mysterious package left on your doorstep.
Right.
You never know what might be lurking inside.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's all about exercising caution and being mindful of the potential dangers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about all these red flags and warning signs.
Why?
It almost makes you want to avoid email altogether.
Yeah.
But that's not really practical in today's world.
No.
Is there anything we can do to proactively protect ourselves,
Yeah.
apart from being vigilant?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just like we lock our doors and windows to protect our homes, there are things we can do to fortify our digital lives.
One of the most important is to keep your security software up to date.
You mean like antivirus programs?
Exactly.
Okay.
Having a good antivirus and anti-malware program is crucial. Think of it as your digital immune system constantly scanning for and eliminating threats.
Right.
Make sure it's set to update automatically so it can protect you against the latest viruses and malware,
Okay.
including those spread through phishing emails.
So it's like having a security guard patrolling your inbox, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Another powerful tool in your arsenal is multi-factor authentication, or MFA.
Right.
Have you ever set that up on any of your accounts?
I've seen it offered, but I'm not sure I fully understand how it works.
It's actually pretty simple.
Okay.
It adds an extra layer of security by requiring you to provide more than just your password when logging in.
Okay.
It could be a code sent to your phone, a fingerprint scan, or a security key.
So even if a phisher manages to steal my password, they still can't get into my account without that second factor.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's like having a double lock on your door. It makes it much harder for unauthorized access, even if someone has managed to get a hold of one key.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So security software is like our first line of defense.
Right.
And MFA is that extra lock.
Exactly.
What else can we do to shore up our digital fortresses?
Data backup is another critical component.
Okay.
While it won't prevent a phishing attack,
Right.
it can help you recover if your files are ever compromised or held for ransom.
Okay.
Think of it as an insurance policy for your data.
So if my computer gets infected with malware from a phishing attack and my files are encrypted,
Right.
I can just restore them from a backup.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'll be able to get back on your feet much faster and avoid having to pay a ransom to cybercriminals.
That peace of mind is priceless.
It is.
What are some good ways to back up our data?
There are several options available. Cloud storage services are becoming increasingly popular,
Right.
offering a convenient way to automatically back up your files online.
Okay.
You can also use external hard drives for local backups, which gives you physical control over your data.
So it's a good idea to have both.
Yeah.
A cloud backup for convenience and an external drive for an extra layer of security.
That's a great strategy.
Okay.
And remember, the key is to back up your data regularly.
Right.
Don't wait until it's too late.
Got it.
Set up automatic backups if possible so you don't have to think about it.
It's like slossing. We all know we should do it regularly,
Right.
but sometimes we need that extra nudge to make it a habit.
That's a good analogy.
Okay.
And speaking of habits, perhaps the most powerful weapon in your arsenal against phishing attacks is your own critical thinking.
So it's not just about having the right tools, but also using our brains.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't just blindly click on links or open attachments.
Right.
Take a moment to pause, examine the email carefully, and look for those red flags we discussed.
Right. Check the sender's address, look for spelling errors, and be wary of any requests for personal information or urgent calls to action.
Exactly. And if anything feels even slightly off, trust your instincts.
Okay.
Don't hesitate to reach out to the company directly. Using a phone number or website, is legitimate.
So it's better to err on the side of caution than to risk falling victim to a scam.
Absolutely.
But what if, despite our best efforts, we think we might have clicked on a malicious link or opened a suspicious attachment?
Yeah.
What should we do then?
First, don't panic.
Okay, that's reassuring.
There are steps you can take to mitigate the damage.
Okay, what's the first thing we should do?
Immediately change your passwords on any accounts you think might be compromised.
Okay.
Especially your email account and any financial accounts.
And if I use that same password for other online services, which I know I shouldn't have,
Right.
should I change those too?
Absolutely.
Oh.
It's essential to use unique passwords for every online account. That way, if one account is compromised, it doesn't create a domino effect.
Okay, so we've updated our passwords.
Right.
What's next?
Next, you should run a full system scan using your updated security software.
Okay.
This will help identify and remove any malware that might have been lurking on your device.
So it's like calling in the exterminators to make sure the coast is clear.
Precisely.
All right.
And once you've done that, it's important to report the phishing attempt to the appropriate authorities.
Okay.
This helps them track down these scammers and potentially prevent them from targeting others.
That makes sense. It's like being a good citizen and reporting a crime. You report these incidents to.
Well, if you've received a phishing email,
Right.
you can forward it to the Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@appwg.org.
Report phishing at appwg.org. Got it.
Yep.
What about if it came through as a text message?
For phishing text messages, you can report them to spam by forwarding the message to the number 7726.
7726. Okay, easy to remember.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else we should notify?
Yes. You can also report the phishing attempt to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Okay.
They use this information to investigate and take action against scammers.
So even though it feels like we're just one person,
Right.
reporting these scams can actually make a difference in the fight against phishing?
Absolutely. It's a collective effort.
Yeah.
The more people who report these attempts, the more data these organizations have to work with,
Right.
and the better equipped they are to combat these cyber threats.
And remember, if you think your sensitive information has been compromised,
Yeah.
like your social security number, credit card details, or bank account numbers,
Right?
the FTC recommends visiting identitytheft.gov.
That's a good resource.
Okay.
They can help you understand the steps you need to take to protect yourself from identity theft and potentially recover any losses.
This deep dive has been so informative. I feel like I've learned so much about how to spot phishing scams, protect myself, and even what to do if I think I've been hooked.
It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you and our listeners.
Well, remember, staying safe online is an ongoing process.
Right.
The threats are constantly evolving, so it's important to stay informed, be vigilant, and keep those critical thinking skills sharp.
It's like staying fit.
Yeah,
You don't just go to the gym once and expect to be in shape forever. You need to make it a regular habit.
exactly the same goes for online security.
Yeah.
Make those good digital habits part of your routine, and you'll be well equipped to navigate the digital seas safely.
Well, I think we've cast a wide net and caught some valuable insights today. To our listeners, stay vigilant, stay informed, and as always, stay safe out there.